Corporate tax rates and the application of the 0% and 9% rates. Overview of corporate tax rates. Corporate tax is a key aspect of the fiscal framework for businesses operating within the jurisdiction. For entities subject to this tax, the rates applied to taxable income are structured in a progressive manner to ensure that tax obligations align with the scale of a company's earnings. The tax rate system is designed to be both equitable and conducive to business growth, taking into account the financial scale of the taxpayer. The following outlines how corporate tax applies to a taxable person's taxable income and the specific rates that apply depending on the income thresholds. Taxable income and corporate tax rate structure. Corporate tax is levied on the taxable income of a taxable person, which refers to a legal entity, such as a company, partnership, or tax group, that is subject to taxation. The tax rates are determined by the amount of taxable income a taxable person generates during a tax period. 0% tax rate. For taxable income not exceeding AED 375,000, a 0% tax rate is applied. This means that for the first AED 375,000 of the taxable income, no tax will be owed. This provision is aimed at supporting smaller businesses and encouraging growth, as the taxable income up to this threshold is exempt from corporate taxation. 9% tax rate. For taxable income exceeding AED 375,000, the corporate tax rate of 9% applies. This rate is applied to the portion of income that exceeds AED 375,000. The 9% rate ensures that larger businesses contribute more significantly to the tax base, in line with their higher earnings. The tax rates are designed to create a more favorable environment for small to medium enterprises, SMEs, while still ensuring that businesses with higher earnings contribute their fair share to the national revenue. Application of the 0% rate and its limitations. The 0% corporate tax rate, which applies to the first AED 375,000 of taxable income, is a one-time benefit per tax period for any single taxable person. This means that regardless of the structure or nature of the business, a taxable person can only apply the 0% rate to its first AED 375,000 of taxable income in each tax period. Once this threshold is surpassed, the remaining taxable income will be taxed at the 9% rate. This provision applies not only to individual companies but also to any group of companies that form a single taxable person under certain legal structures, such as a tax group. The same principle applies in the case of unincorporated partnerships applying to be taxed at the partnership level. Here, the 0% tax rate is applicable to the first AED 375,000 of the collective taxable income of the tax group or partnership as a whole, rather than to each individual member within the group or partnership. For example, if several companies come together to form a tax group, or if an unincorporated partnership elects to be taxed as a single entity, the 0% rate can only be applied to the first AED 375,000 of the combined taxable income. The individual members, companies or partners, of the group or partnership will not be able to claim the 0% rate on their share of the income separately. Rather, the 0% rate is applied at the group or partnership level. This collective application of the 0% rate ensures that while individual entities within a group or partnership may have lower or higher taxable incomes, the tax benefit is limited to the first AED 375,000 of the group's total taxable income for the period. Example of corporate tax rate application. Consider the case of a tax group consisting of 3 companies, A, B, and C. These companies are treated as a single taxable person for the purpose of corporate tax. Suppose the combined taxable income for the group is AED 500,000 for the tax period. Total taxable income, AED 500,000. Application of the 0% rate. The first AED 375,000 of the taxable income will be taxed at 0%, meaning no tax is due on this portion. Remaining taxable income, AED 500,000 AED 375,000 is equal to AED 125,000. Tax on remaining income. The remaining AED 125,000 will be taxed at the 9% rate. Thus, the taxable income subject to tax at 9% is AED 125,000. The corporate tax due on this amount would be: corporate tax due on AED 125,000. AED 125,000 by 9% is equal to AED 11,250. So, the total corporate tax due for the tax group would be AED 11,250. Restrictions on multiple applications of the 0% rate. It is important to note that the 0% tax rate cannot be applied multiple times by different members of a tax group, partnership, or other collective entities. The application of the 0% rate is strictly limited to the first AED 375,000 of the combined taxable income. This ensures that the tax benefit does not multiply across multiple entities within a tax group or partnership, but instead is applied once to the overall taxable income of the group or partnership. Further guidance on the taxable income threshold. For more detailed and specific guidance on how the taxable income threshold is determined and applied, businesses and taxable persons are advised to consult Cabinet Decision Number 116 of 2022 on the taxable income threshold. This decision provides comprehensive regulations and clarifications on the application of the tax rates, including any exceptions, special provisions, or adjustments that may apply depending on the circumstances of the taxable person or their specific business activities. For more details, contact us.